What do you get? CFS? We don't know. No, really, we don't know. Doctors don't know. Scientists don't really know. There are a few things that seem to line up, though. Generally, two things they suspect cause it. So the first being a virus. A virus comes along and basically just wrecks your life and then moves on. And there you are, just, well, a shriveled up version of your old self. And the other thing is basically mental overload. You're doing too much, you're taking on too much mentally, you're maybe a go-getter, you're studying while working, you're here, there, everywhere, or you just emotionally have taken on too much trauma, and then your body says to you, nope, now we stop, now we rest. And you don't want to rest, but you're forced to rest, and then your body just gets stuck in the loop of resting. So we don't really know, but it's probably a virus and or emotional trauma. PEM, glorious PEM. You've probably heard people who have ME/CFS or chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalomyelitis, mention the term PEM before, but what on earth are we actually going on about? So, PEM stands for post-exertional malaise, and that is a symptom where after we exert some energy, and it doesn't have to be a lot of energy, it's different for each person, it's different on each day, but after exerted energy, mentally, physically, or through anxiety and stress, we then feel consequences of that in that we feel unwell. Now, it can happen immediately for some people, but often it's with a delay of 24 hours, but it can be up to 48 hours and sometimes even after that. So basically, PEM is a consequence for exerting energy, and that can be exerting too much energy, exerting energy too quickly, or just you're having a bad day and you've just done something small and now your body's mad. So yeah, that's what PEM is, and if anyone has a miracle cure for it, please let me know because it sucks. There's no treatment for myalgic encephalomyelitis or chronic fatigue syndrome, but you are referred to a specialist team anyway in the NHS. So why? First of all, it's only that team that has the power to give you a diagnosis. You have to go to them because they are the specialists, they know what they're looking for, and they know when you've got it. After you have been given the diagnosis, there are a few things that the team can offer you to try and alleviate some of the symptoms, whether that's emotional or physical, but they are limited. The main treatment is a course where you attend with other people who have been recently diagnosed and you learn how to live with the condition, how to not make it worse, and they sort of give you tips and tricks really with how to not exert energy. It's not great, it doesn't really help, but you meet some connections along the way and that is nice to know you're not alone. They can also offer things like CBT, or at least they can refer you to allow that offer to be made. Otherwise, at the moment, there's not too much out there. There used to be something called graded exercise therapy, or GIT, which is where you start off with a small amount of energy and build it up so that your threshold builds up. However, this is proven to actively damage people with the condition, and it's not a valid treatment anymore and should not be offered. So all in all, we think about this specialist appointment and we look forward to it and we kind of give it this brush of relief. But I'm afraid it's not going to give you that. It will give you tools to make life slightly easier, but other than a name and some small tools, I'm afraid you're kind of on your own. But you're not on your own, because there's a big community of us here on TikTok. So if you don't already follow me, have a little click around the profile photo and come and join me. I'd love to hear about your experience, the coping mechanisms you've come up with, or just your feelings. It's lonely. It's really lonely being disabled. And I've made such a great amount of friends here. It's awesome. I really love the community here. And you can become a part of it. Just follow some people, throw some comments, spread some love, and the love will come back to you. If you or someone that you know is new to ME/CFS and pacing, this is an important message. When I was first diagnosed, I would feel symptoms coming on while I was doing a task. And I would interpret that as, quick, get it done as quickly as possible, as fast as you can before you run out of energy and the task will be incomplete forever. But by doing that, what I'm doing is burning into the energy reserves I don't have. I'm borrowing from tomorrow, and that's going to cause post-exertional malaise to hit me badly, either today, tomorrow, or the days after, I'm going to get sick because of this reaction. But what I've learnt with some experience is, you don't need to panic and get that task done immediately. You can pace. You can sit down, have a drink, have a moment to yourself until you start to feel a little bit better. And then you are going to still have the same amount of energy when you stop the task, but you could even have a little bit more that's magically appeared because you have avoided going into PEM. You can still get the task done, but you might even get more of it done, and you're not going to feel really sick immediately or in the days after. So as frustrating as pacing is, and as frustrating as when you first have to do it, you don't understand it, trust me, do it. You'll be fine.
There is only one rule. Keep